deeper philosophical thing happening, which is the question of what exactly American democracy is for. And the weirdest thing about the Electoral College is the fact that if it wasn't specifically in the Constitution for the presidency, it would be unconstitutional. Here's what I mean by that. Starting in the 1960s, 1961 particularly, the Supreme Court started developing a jurisprudence of one person, one vote, right? The idea is that each individual vote has to carry roughly the same amount of weight as each other individual vote, which is a pretty intuitive concept, but it was not a reality. There are all sorts of crazy representational systems that were created that would not give one person one vote and would disenfranchise certain minorities. You can guess which ones. Here's an example. Let's say you got a city, it's 60% black and it's 40% white, okay? Here's how you ensure white people stay in charge. Divide the city into 4 voting districts, right? But you put the entire black population in one district, 60% of the people. And then each district elects one city council member. And voila, now the city council for a majority black city is run by a majority white government. This kind of thing they did all over the South and all over the country, all right? And finally, the Supreme Court says, no, you can't do that. You cannot just come up with crazy systems of representation to essentially stymie the basic principle of majority rule. And over the course of decades, they strike down representation system after representation system because it doesn't meet the standard they have articulated. Even this city, New York City's longstanding system of government, got struck down in 1989 because we had this borough president system where like 2 million people in the Bronx and 500,000 people in Staten Island each had a borough president. Court's like, can't do it. So, the basic principle, one person, one vote, the candidate with the most votes wins, those are the basic principles that are applied everywhere in the United States, every single election, from dog catcher to state senator to governor, up to 2 institutions, the 2 most powerful. United States Senate, right? And this might be for another show, but you may have noticed the same number of senators represent the 40 million people of California and the 500,000 people of Wyoming. Not really one person, one vote-y. And then, of course, the other institution, the presidency.